Hello gamers and welcome back to Assert Gaming. Today I am back with another brand new video which will be about state transfer, and the topic which we are going to cover in this video will be how to choose the best state for you to transfer in Whiteout Survival. So without any delay, I am going to talk about how state transfer work, what are the benefits of transfer and what are the demerits of transfer, as well as I am going to classify all the states of the game in 5 categories, which we are going to discuss as soon as the video will begin. But before that, if you're new to the channel, there is a red subscribe button down below. Don't forget to press it, as well as if this video will be informative, helpful, and you are going to use this information for other people as well as yourself, then do press that like button and share this with your friends, to those who are thinking of transferring their state. So without any delay, let's begin the video. Before we continue, if you are playing Whiteout Survival on your phone and you have a good PC as well, then you should try the most downloaded emulator in PC, which is Bluestack. It lets you play Whiteout on PC with smoother performance, better controls, and higher FPS, which is preferred for heavy, long battles such as SVS and Tyrant, which are very heavy event which heats up our mobile phone and makes the game lag very bad. Having Bluestack also lets you play multiple accounts open at once with its smooth performance and better gameplay, plus bonus features of having keyboard nominated shortcuts lets you have an easy gaming experience. If you want to experience having the best PC emulator that will give you top gaming experience, check out Bluestack down in the description below. So as we all know, the transfer keeps coming between 4-week to 6-week duration. It's a constant cycle of transfer. The new states get it after F30. It takes time to reach to a new state, but normally every single state will be able to get a transfer sooner or later. All the older states of the game are already in a constant cycle of transfer, and in a nutshell, transfer is about you can change your state and you can go to another state, the one state which you like, or you're probably going to want to play with your friends and you are in the same neighborhood, then you can probably jump to your friend's state and you all can play together. If the distance is too far, then you will probably need to do some calculations to transfer from a long distance. Like if you want to transfer from 1000 to 500, you will probably need to do multiple transfer to reach to that amount. So the transfer goes in 3 phases. Currently, we are in phase 1. As you can see here, phase 1, pre-transfer. Then this will go to phase 2 when the transfer will begin, and then it will go to phase 3. So the phase 2 one will be the transfer phase where you will receive an invite from a state president. For now, I am the president. I should be able to set the state power cap. For us, it's 1 billion. We are quite an old state in the game. I am in 794. So for us, it's 1 billion. I can set it to any of this and it will change the state power according to that. But for us, it's 1 billion. And any player under 1 billion can come with ordinary invite. There are also special invite. If I will go to the state list and if I go to 794, we have 3 special invites. So these are the special invites which you can give to any player who is beyond a billion power. So those who are beyond a billion power will need a special invite to join the state. So if even a player is having 6 billion, 7 billion, 10 billion power, they can join through the special invite. So after the state cap is hit, you will need the special invite to join the state. The special invites are 3 for a normal state. Sometimes leading states get 1 special invite, sometimes, not every single time. The special invite regenerate every single month. It does not regenerate like on a specific date when you used it. Like even if I use all 3 this time, it will only generate 1 by the next transfer. Or if the next transfer is after 2 months, then it will generate 2. So it generates monthly, and the highest you can hold the special invite is 3. Other than that, now we are going to talk about what are the benefits of transfer. The benefits of transfer is if you are going to a higher state. So like for me, I'm in 794. I decided to go to the lowest state, which is like 892. If I decided to go to 892, I will probably get more times of Lucky Wheel spins, more Enigma like Frosty Fortune, and I will able to hold a single generation of hero for a longer duration of time till the time I keep going down and down. But the cons are you lose unprotected resources, as well as it's a constant cycle to change the state, get new players. You don't know the new state is going to be good. You don't know how are those players. And about all those things, we are going to discuss about how you can choose the best state to transfer. So before we start this segment, I'm going to classify the states in 5 different categories, which will be leading state, hyperactive state, dead state or a very low activity state, inactive state, and a toxic state. make sure to stick it to the end of the video because the toxic state is a really good topic I'm going to cover. Let's start with the leading state. For example, if you all have known, 713 is quite a strong state of the game. So if I see 713, they are a leading state. Leading state have the power limit less than a normal state. For them, the highest power limit they can set is 497. They also get little less invite than normal state, as well as their transfer cap is also lower than normal state. So for example, leading state are having more than 2 or more players maxed with pets, hero power, experts, and many more. Like experts should not be needed to be maxed, but technically they count pets a lot. So if they're maxed in those aspects, there are chances that the state is going to be a leading state in next transfer. But for a normal player who barely spends and even a low spender player, there are very low chances that those players will be able to make in any kind of leaderboards, prep, KOI, skin event or anything, because the spenders in leading states are really a high amount of spenders. They do dump a lot of money to get in the leaderboards of top 10, and normally in the skin leaderboards are specifically permanent rewards for top 10. So you will miss out on the permanent rewards. But on the positive sides, the leading states do have a lot of benefits. There are whales who are giving frost stars for free to the players who they like. And you also get free rewards from the alliance gifting and all that. When there is a tyrant event, if your state is winning the tyrant, there will be a lot of feasting tables. Feasting event, there will be a lot of whale drops. In the Cassia event, when the whales drop gem pouches, there will be a lot of pouches in these states because there are so many whales in these states. So these were the pro and cons of the leading state. Now we will move to hyperactive state. So for a hyperactive state, it will be a very strong state. It will have players with max hero power. It will have players with hero charms gear max and many things. They will have multiple max whales, not max, but not fully max. They will have whales which are highly powerful and highly strong, but they are not in a leading category because they have not maxed their pets. They have high amount of those power, but they are not ready to max it, because as soon as they will hit the max thing, their state will be selected as a leading state. And as soon as your state selected as a leading state, you lose the excess of special invites, so you will not be able to obtain more whales in the state, as well as your invites and everything goes down with it. So that's why there are states which have high amount of players. For example, if you see 727, they have whales. They have whales with max pet power, NATO's max. But they also have the others which are not max. So you need more than 2 to classify yourself in a leading state. So they do have, as you can see here, they do have high amount of players who have max 1 hero at least with marches. But this is not classed as a leading state because they are smart about the pet max situation. If they are maxing more than 1 pets, they will go to the leading state. That, like this happened to 800 last time, they had 2 max whales with pets. The game decided to classify themselves as a leading state, and they were not able to get lots of invite last time. And this is what defined the hyperactive state. In hyperactive state, it's the same as leading states. The whales are still here grinding hard to get not grinding hard, but paying the devs hard, maxing out the credit cards to just get the rewards and leaderboards. And the fights are similar to what the leading states have. But there are very rare chances that these states will be able to win Tyrant or Toonram's League or these kinds of reward. But in the hyperactive state also, you will get lots of gems and everything. When it's a community-based event, you will get rewards from your whale in the hyperactive state. Now the next state will be a dead state or a low activity state. I class my state as this. As if you will see in my own state, which is 794, I will class myself as a low active state. We are not completely dead. I have seen worse state than us. So for us, if you see in our leaderboard, we only have 1 player who is not max in any aspect of the game, but he's strong. So we have 1 whale and we have others who help us play the battle and everything. In the states, it's easier to get leaderboards, easier to get skin, in the leaderboard skin, KOI and all that. But in this one, it's hard to fight a SVS match and all that, because in the lower states, the states which have low activity, the states which have singular whale or no whale at all, not a single player is maxed in any aspect of the power or the leaderboards, these states get really fucked up in the SVS matchmaking. I have already created a video on it. If you have not watched it, you can watch the SVS matchmaking video. It's a really bad matchmaking system for these amount of states. But you get to have skins in these states, and that's a good thing for those who are collecting their skins. But there are states also like this who try hard for SVS and prep. We try hard for battle and prep both. So for us, we generally try to avoid the skins other than the whales because those skins do add up stats. The next one is the inactive states. Inactive states are mainly the states which have less than 100 active players. I am going to show you all one inactive state which I have in my zone. As you can see, this is 872. It is classed as an active state. If you see in the alliance power, the highest alliance power is 5 billion. Second is another 5 billion. The third is 4 billion. So the state don't have more than 100 active players. There is probably no one participating in any of the good events such as Foundry, Canyon, SVS Battle, Tyrant, Tundra Links. So there is not enough players to participate in those things. There is probably a single player who is probably dominating the whole state, and he is probably holding the presidency every time and don't want anyone else to get in the state. So it's probably a state which is on full lockdown and they don't want anyone else to enter to the state. That is an inactive state. It's quite a boring thing to be in inactive states because you don't have anyone to talk to, you don't have nothing to do. It's just you playing the game and there is no competition, nothing. You can get the leaderboards reward and all that easily. But then what's the joy of the game? Because for me, the joy of the game is talking to the people, making friends and having fun in the game. So inactive states, I will mostly suggest to avoid. Plus, it's really hard to get invited in an inactive state because it's probably controlled by a bunch of players, like a handful of players, and they don't want anyone else to enter the state other than what they have inside the state already. The last one, and the one which you all are waiting for, is going to be the toxic state. I cannot name any state in my eyes which are particularly toxic, but I'm going to tell about few topics or few bullet points which you can classify as a toxic state. Technically, it's the state will have mostly drama every day between the state own alliance. So like the first alliance fighting with the second alliance, the third alliance fighting with the fourth alliance, and it's cross and cross. So it's a constant drama between the states and not a single R5 is able to coordinate with each other. There are basically inner fights in the state. One state alliance is burning other state alliance. There are constantly fires. Players are losing their troops. Players are losing their motivation to play as one. For us, these are not the problems, and we figured it out very, very early in the game that the less communication you will do between the alliance, the more bad it will become. The higher you communicate, the better friendship you have between the alliance, the better the state you can build. Other topic for the toxic state can be there should be one whale which will have a really, really high amount of kill. He is max, no one is able to go against him. Or a single rotten, egoistic whale who just want to go on a burning spree because he have a debit card or credit card which he can spend in the game. He have infinite amount of money to dump in the game and ruins other day. Those states will also be classed as a toxic state. As well as the topic which I was saying, no proper communication between the alliance in the long run will make the state toxic, as even if a single player spark the fight between two alliance, it will go in flames. As well as there are also the states which have a singular alliance, which have all the whales and everything, and they want to control the whole state. So that is my takes on the toxic state, inactive state, dead state, hyperactive state, and leading state. I have also bookmarked those as a chapter in the link description. You can see those, and whichever state you are probably thinking about, I have explained you what are the pro and cons of those states. Mostly, you should always avoid the toxic state. There are also players who are just constantly ranting in the world chat, cursing people, targeting people, doing personal attacks. Those are bad things which this game have. There are support which does ban them temporarily from talking. They do not ban the account at all. The only thing they do is just mute the account for a big amount of time, but they're not never going to ban the account. So yeah, it's a constant mental game. You will ruin your peace in real life and all that in the toxic state. In the inactive state, you will get bored. In the weak state, it's the sweet spot. The lowest amount of player, or like the dead state, will have a good amount of player to talk to and a good amount of player that you can score the leaderboard if you save enough. The hyperactive one is a constant encouragement to spend and keep yourself stronger between them, and it's like a whale field slowly going to become a leading state. And the leading state is just the most active thing you can find in the state. You will have multiple whales, multiple globes, multiple events, and in the big events you will be harder to like be selected and get things. So these are all my takes. Now for you guys, in the comment section down below, add the state who you think classes in these kind of states, and what are the states you think you will prefer to join. You can also ping states like, for example, XYZ is a toxic state. You can comment it down below and inform every single player that you do not transfer to these states because this player will ruin your day. As well as you can promote your active state, inactive state, dead state, leading state. Mostly leading state don't need promotion. They are leading for a reason. They have good recruitments and all that. So do those things in the comment section. Let's use the comment section as a recruiting board. You all can discuss things down below, and also I will participate in the replying of it. So don't forget about me. As well as if you're new to the channel, there is a red subscribe button down below. Don't forget to press it. And if this video will be helpful, then do press that like button and share it with your friends for those who are thinking to transfer their state. That will be my take on state transfer. I hope this video was informative. Thank you for watching it till here. Love you all. Meet you all in the next video. Bye-bye.